because of glass. Yeah, a lot of people are like, no, it's a glass case. You're gonna hear everything. It's like, shut up.
And you would see Twitter posts like this: thank the Lord for my 42 graphics cards that I got to sell back on eBay at an overly inflated price.
Some experts say that this product...
Some experts say. They recommend that you build your PC naked.
Yeah.
Alright, bet. Hello, all of you beautiful people out there. How are y'all doing today? Welcome back to Apartment 308 Podcast. My name is Brian, your host as usual, and welcome back to the show called This or That. If you don't know what this show is, let me explain. This or That is a podcast where me and a couple friends, we just take a topic and debate about it from all sides. Tonight's topic...
Debate club.
I was waiting for the interruption. I was waiting for you to ruin my intro.
That's my whole motif. Like I strike when you're unprepared.
Anyways, here in the apartment tonight, we got Ryan and Aya over here. Say what's up, guys.
Up.
I ain't saying what's up.
Well, too bad you just did.
Well, fuck you, Brian.
Yes, but anyways, guys, tonight's topic is going to be about PC builds, because this entire time I'm running everything through a laptop, and it's about time I get a PC, so I might as well ask some PC experts here on what I can do, and maybe what some of you guys can do to get your own custom setups. We are not sponsored by any of these brands or companies we might mention, although,
But I will explain the ulterior motive. Brian's just asking me and I, what's the best setup because he's planning to do streaming soon.
Not really streaming, but that we could talk. That's stuff for outside the recording, Ryan. We can't say.
Oh, I'll say inside the recording, man. This is America.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna go over some basic PC stuffs, what these guys have and what they recommend, and yeah. If you guys want to listen more to our take on PC building, make sure you subscribe to Apartment 308 over on the YouTube channel. Like, comment, and share it. And then also, if you are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, make sure you follow us on those platforms. It helps a lot. Alright, you ready for this? Let's talk about PCs.
Yay! Ooh, nerdy stuff.
Yeah, we're all nerds. Hey, remember, this is a very educational podcast.
Educational.
We're educating people in the wrong way.
Education.
Hey, education's education. That's basically it.
Okay.
Unless if it's misinformation.
We're not going to talk about the educational system just yet. That's too controversial to talk about. But anyways.
Oh, boy. That's right. I have a lot of grease.
But before we start this conversation about PCs, just a disclaimer for me. I know a lot of people when it comes to PCs. I'm not technically an expert at this. It's more like a hobby. So I do know this or that about PCs. I do my own research and study it. So yeah. Just a disclaimer out there.
Yeah. Somewhat same here. Like I do my own research as well. That's like the basic thing that you need to do whenever you're building a PC is that you need to do a lot of research.
Yes.
What CPU you want? Okay, what socket, what motherboard should I get that fits the CPU socket? There's what PSU or power supply unit do I need to keep the whole thing powered on without blowing up on itself? All that stuff.
That should be saved for one of our questions later. But let's go on.
We're not Linus Tech Tips, guys. So, although shout out to him. All right. So first things first. Since you two have pretty good PCs, tell us right now what your current setup is.
So just a note that, as an idiot, I decided to build a PC during the height of the pandemic. So, which means that we were also going through a chip shortage at the time. However, I did get lucky with a couple of the parts, so therefore I'm grateful. However, maybe later on, once I get a high paying job, then I'll probably fix up the PC. I'll probably finish upgrading the PC.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, but what do you have right now?
So currently I have a AMD Ryzen 9 chip that's that's based off the Zen 2 architecture, if I'm correct. Then I have a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Super graphics card in there. No, wait, no, I think it's a TI. Then I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Normally, you don't need that much when it comes to gaming PCs, but I have it there because I sometimes do Photoshop or like Illustrator and all that stuff. And not only that, Chrome also takes up a lot of memory, so it's just kind of like a
Oh
buffer.
yeah.
Then I have an Asus motherboard, which I would recommend if
Mm-hmm.
like because Asus knows how to make their stuff. Anything else? And I got a 1 terabyte SSD as the main drive. Then I got two solid state drives that's combined into one drive. It's a little bit hard to this the basic like the technological like aspects of it is a little bit hard to explain. But basically I just have two drives that like combine into one 4 terabyte hard drive or
Ooh.
solid state drive.
Ooh, 4 terabytes. Ooh.
Nice.
Those two came from like my older PC after I cannibalized it.
Yeah. Oh, and just to follow up on that, and another disclaimer: prices may vary depending the time and day you purchase these. But do you remember how much all of that costed you?
I think it cost me like around $1,000 price range, which is actually not bad
That's really not bad.
because MacBooks charge around the same range, but all you get is like an ARM chip, maybe like a somewhat good graphics card, but however, it's like non-modifiable.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, prices fluctuate over time. So,
Don't forget inflation. Like don't forget inflation, Brian.
and also we got Black Friday coming up by the time we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, it's time to trample over people during COVID.
Oh God.
So currently, my case is a Fantix. I really love Fantix a lot. I've been following them ever since, and it just is much more quieter, even if it has like a glass panel. So that's really great because it's kind of rare to have a case that you can't hear because of glass. Yeah, a lot of people are like, no, it's a glass case. You're gonna hear everything. I was like, shut up. Fantix has it.
The important thing is that like if you want something quiet, you're gonna need to like invest in some parts that's like
Yeah.
that are quiet. Like for example, like like CPU coolers, like there are like there's like air cooling and liquid cooling. And I managed to get a combination of a air cooled and liquid cooled PC.
Nice.
So, oh, sorry, CPU cooler, and that was because the stock cooler kept on getting like moisture in it for some reason.
Yeah.
I also forgot to mention that I also have an Next case, which is spelled NX
N
fuck I
N
can't
NZXT NZXT.
NZXT. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry. So,
I was just talking
dang,
about that before we recorded.
I had a brain fart right there. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. That was the biggest brain fart I've done on this
All right,
podcast.
but anyways, so you have a Phoenix case, right, Aya?
How do you
Glass
spell
case.
that?
Fantex.
Oh, Fantex. All right, so you have a
Phantekes.
All right, that's gonna be so helpful for future me who doesn't know how to spell.
But I
Put it
like
on
how it's
screen, Brian.
built, and I just really, really like the aesthetic of it because I'm that kind of person that goes for aesthetic. So I also have a 1 terabyte Seagate internal drive, I believe. Yeah.
Ooh.
And then an Intel Core 5i. I wanted to go for 7. I know people would like to debate because Intel versus AMD, but based on how I use applications, this was perfect for me. And that's another thing to note. Like, people will say this, like, oh, AMD is good for this and that. And then people will say Intel is this and that. This is also based off your preference and what kind of applications you'll use.
Oh yeah.
So let me keep going. That's just like the processor of 5 by 8400. And then I have a motherboard ASRock, a Z370OM Pro 4, I believe, and it works really well. And a for the memories, it's like a Crucial. It looks really funky. It's cool looking. And then Asus GeForce GTX I no 7 something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and an optical drive of an Asus again, and that costed me about. I actually ran the numbers again because I know last time I said it was 1,800. It was less than that by $100. I spent about 1,700 for this build, which is still not bad. But
Yeah.
at this time, when I was building this PC in 2018, there was mining going on. So it was really rare for me to,
Woo!
it was really difficult for me to get this graphics card at its price that it was supposed to be. For reference, this graphics card was only $300, but since there was mining going on, it went up to $5,000 to $10,000.
Are
And
you?
I
Oh
got
my
lucky.
god.
Yep.
Sorry. I'm being like a total idiot right here. Like, are you mean like mineral mining or like crypto mining?
Crypto mining.
Okay, now that makes sense.
Yep. People were buying it out of stock and reselling it at this point. And I got lucky when I got this notification. There was only one last one in Newegg. I got it for $500. That's still not bad, and I'm glad that managed to grab one during that mining bullshit. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think the mining was also part of the issue by the time I was trying to build my PC. So therefore, like I had
in
two
2020.
things. Yeah, yeah. I believe like a lot of people were still buying out like all the yeah.
Uh, I
Plus
thought
there
they
was
lessened that.
I think later versions like actually like fixed they actually tweaked it so that it's impossible to mine with RTX graphics cards. However, it was like none of that. Like as the graphics cards released, scalping was a huge issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you would see Twitter posts like this. Thank the Lord for my 42 graphics cards that I got sell back on eBay at an overly inflated price, and everyone got
Uh,
mad. Here's the thing, everyone. Like, if you're gonna plan to scalp, please don't do it. We'll hate you
just
forever.
don't.
There's like more. There's like other honest ways of getting money, like selling drugs.
What?
Wait, no.
No, no, no,
Cut
no,
that
no, no,
off.
no,
Cut,
no,
cut
no,
that
no,
out.
no, 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 no. Bad,
No, no,
Ryan,
I meant
bad.
no. I meant no. I just meant the okay drugs approved by government.
Become a pharmacist. There you go.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
become
There.
there you go.
Safe.
Get your PhD
Get your
or
PhD, study.
or however you become a pharmacist.
Or a chemist. Wait, this is still kind of sounding bad. Cut all of
we
that
we
out.
are all
Bleep, bleep.
we are all pretty sus right now. So we're just gonna.
You're
Okay,
welcome,
so
Brian.
all right. So anyway, Aya, how much? Do you remember how much all of that costed you?
I just told you.
Yeah, she just told you.
Oh, I'm so sorry because I'm just trying to figure out something here real quick.
On the side, Brian has a notepad, and he's just going like,
No, because I
He's just
no,
like-
because
Video card, Asus motherboard.
no, I'm actually just trying to bring up my specs because I'm being big dummy right now. So,
You're fine.
so for anyone that's curious what I've been using this whole time, it is a good old Dell gaming laptop. And you know what's funny, Aya? One of my friends said the moment I said I got a Dell gaming laptop, one of my friends saying, "I am so sorry for you." I'm like, "Bruh, shut the hell up. This is a gift from my dad."
Still, but I remember when he brought that laptop, Brian just saw me by rolling my eyes because it was already a bad choice to begin with.
That's why I'm making this episode.
You know what? You know what? To be fair, like I believe the early prototype versions of the first Xbox were made from cannibalized Dell laptops.
Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting. Interesting
So-
tidbit.
However, like I wouldn't recommend Dell, but however, you gotta give him some respect.
So, for anyone that's curious about what my current setup is a little more behind the scenes stuff. So, yeah, it's a Dell laptop, gaming laptop. It has 8 GB RAM. It has an Intel Core i5 9th gen. And then GPU, I have a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650. So, I am at the bare minimum on running all of this. And you can imagine how long it takes me to export all of these podcasts. Especially in video form, bro.
He exports them on a separate PC run by a potato.
No, this is the potato. What are you talking about?
No,
Oh,
not
oh.
potatoes, lemons. He uses lemons.
Lemons.
Oh yeah,
He
lemons.
he like buys all of the lemons in the market and plugs them into like a battery compartment, yes.
And then
Yeah.
and then he sells them back on eBay at an overly inflated
Yeah.
price.
Used.
But you know what? You know
Used
what?
lemons.
But you know what? This laptop has actually helped me through a lot because of school. I also had an internship with school, doing these podcasts for Capstone. This laptop's been through a lot. I'm glad it's still working well. Oh, and
Nice,
just
nice.
as a bonus, my father also jammed in there a 1 terabyte separate storage from the OS. So now I have a. That's where I keep all my games, the episodes, all my video files, Photoshop files, all that stuff. And then the OS is
And it
just
still
basic stuff.
loads close, very slow.
Yeah, yeah, that's what happens when you just jam everything in there. Just like how traffic works.
Oh yeah, let's not go there.
We'll talk about traffic. We'll talk about traffic, like actual
In
traffic
a different
soon.
episode.
Yeah, in a
Let's that
different
go
episode.
there? Okay.
All right, so that's everyone's current setup. But now, what is your guys' dream setup? Like, if you had to get a certain part or a certain build setup, like, what do you guys want?
In terms of like dream setup, currently I don't have one because I'm pretty content. But when the time comes, I do want something that'll run games without it being dumbed down to, let's say, because this PC that I have currently, my build, I can run it with high quality graphics, no problem. I can even play VR on this. But when you play VR, you can sometimes see that it's like, oh no, computer's going a little oofy. It depends also on the game, and I don't want that to be the case anymore when it comes to a future computer. I want it to just like run all of the games properly and stuff without going oofy. And
Yeah.
also by that time, I might also get the high-end VR set that's from Steam, so yay.
Yeah, because like,
Are you talking? Are you talking about the Valve Index?
Yeah.
and like you, Aya, like if for me, like trying to get a setup, like yeah, I just want something to run games, which is why like because I have a couple games within my Steam that I have not touched yet because I'm afraid of my laptop.
Destroying your laptop?
Yeah,
Yes, I know.
because the last game that almost destroyed my laptop was actually Call of Duty Warzone. Yeah, because after a certain update, which I don't know why updates take up like 20 gigs at a time, just like why?
Yes.
There was a point to where like I ran Warzone fine on my laptop, like because I even had to dumb down so many of the graphics settings just to make it run. It went fine, and I had long play sessions with it, but after a certain update, my laptop just kept blue screening every time I tried to boot it up. I was like,
It's not
oh my
good.
god. So I'm just like, you know what? I cannot play Warzone on this thing anymore. So I am, as soon as I uninstall it, I'm like, yo, my disk drive has so much free space now. I wonder why.
It could be like an issue that's on the coding sides.
It
Like
could
there might
be.
be some because sometimes there are software updates that tend to like somehow break the operating system. So it's
Yeah.
probably not. So it's probably like you're probably not the isolate situation.
Yeah, because another game I really want to start up and start playing is Near Automata. Like I have it in my
Of
Steam.
course.
Yeah, I have it in my Steam library. But I'm just like I'm afraid this is gonna make my laptop turn into a toaster oven.
Play it on a PS5.
You know, it would be nice, but I'm just like I just want a computer because also I do want to do more fun editing stuff on my PC, so that way I can more have more smoother like frame rates and stuff. Which is why Ryan, I'm a little bit behind on starting up that gaming channel I told you about because I want to get up a good setup first before I can do that.
No worries. That's why I keep on egging you until you get the set up. Okay, like come on, vámonos.
Yeah, but anyways, for you, Ryan, like, do you have like a dream setup, or is there something you really want to upgrade in the near future?
Mostly, I'm like Aya. I'm mostly content with my PC. However, I would like to upgrade the graphics card
Thirty
to
ninety.
like one, yeah, to like the 3090 series. But however, I'm just gonna hold on. However, for now, I'm just gonna hold on until like maybe like as soon as my current graphics card is no longer supported and I need to like get on like the 40,000 or the 4000 or the 500 bandwagon.
Right, I know how many
But
times you complained to me of you not getting a 3090 because of the scalpers and chip shortage.
hey look, I managed to get a PS5. I'm content anyways.
That's
Me
good
too. I
enough.
managed to get a PS5 as well. High
Yeah.
five, Ryan. Woo!
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm part of the party that doesn't have a PS5 yet and still has a PS4.
The trick is I went on Dell.com
Whoa, whoa,
and
whoa
they
there,
sold
buddy.
it to me.
Damn. All right,
And
but
and also like also get bundles because apparently it's a pain in the ass to like sell the
that's
whole
true.
thing in parts.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of websites and all that stuff, when you guys are hunting parts online, like what websites or apps or other services did you guys use to find your parts?
That's an easy one. I use what's called PC Part Picker.
That's what I
And
used to.
yes, so Brian, it's basically a website where you could just like mix and match PC parts before ordering them, and
Mm-hmm.
they'll just tell you like if it's compatible or not. And
That
if it's
and it's what's amazing. Sorry to cut you off,
oh
but
no,
I
worries,
just
it's fine.
wanted to like add this. But what's also amazing is that if you add those certain parts and say, "Oh, cool, this is compatible," it'll also give you suggestions if it isn't compatible, and then we'll list out
Oh.
stores on how much they sell them, whether they have them in stock, and that's what I just love about
So they
this
just look
website.
everywhere. So like stuff
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah, it helps you. It
yeah,
helps you with it actually really helps you with the price hunting.
yep. Price hunting, definitely.
Because I think one of the
Uh,
big things I was afraid of when it comes to this stuff is, I guess, one thing is finding parts that are compatible, and then two, of course, my budget range. And I'm willing to
And that's what you can
spend,
actually put that there.
yeah, I'm actually willing to spend, I'd say, about 1500 to 1700 from my first one.
Not bad. Not a bad budget.
Yeah, because I just want the minimum. Like, sure, it would be nice to get like the good stuff, like a 3090,
You could still
AMD
get a good
Ryzen.
computer.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could still get like you could still like make a good computer on a budget. There's like this one time where I built a PC and I used what's called an APU instead of a CPU and a GPU. And what it is that
Mm-hmm.
it's just basically both a CPU and a GPU combined together.
Oh.
And so therefore you don't need so therefore you don't need to like buy a separate thing or it doesn't take up as much power if I'm correct. However, the downside is that you can't upgrade the APU unless if there's like another generation of APUs with the same socket.
Yep.
Mm.
Because you can't swap out graphics cards. You can't swap out CPUs unless if they have the same socket.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
In fact, I would like to go into like what systems we purchased first before whenever we were building our PC. I just tend to go with the CPU first and then the motherboard
Right. Yeah.
because
And that's funny enough because you say that, because I was gonna ask you guys, like, out of all the components, like, what do you guys get first, or is there like a priority part you guys try to get your hands on first before buying the other parts?
Of course, my priority at the time, I know I also mentioned that it was a hard time to get mine because initially I had all of the parts ordered. First was the motherboard, as Ryan said, and as much as I wanted that graphics card so bad, I unfortunately couldn't get it until a month or so, month or two. Yeah, a month or
Ooh.
two. So it took me a while before I could actually build it. And this is the reality as well for everybody out there who is trying to build their PC. And I'm unsure, unless you know, Ryan, if there's still hardcore mining right now in terms of graphics cards.
I think like it's died down
Okay.
considerably recently,
Yeah.
but
As
there's
as
still
of this
like
month in November,
yeah,
just to be
Yeah.
clear for anyone
but there's
watching.
still like some minings, but it's just like not to the
It,
level
dep-
like
it also depends on which one they're mining too.
Right.
yeah. Yeah,
So watch out for that.
and plus in this state, we also have a power supply limit. So
Mm-hmm.
so that's also like so that's like also a that's also like a contributing factor to it.
Damn, so
And
everyone's
like,
playing Minecraft in real life. Damn.
but also another contributor to that, like for example, you guys see the graphics card that you like and want to buy it. You might get discouraged once you're about to check out because California, well, I don't know where you live necessarily, but here in California, Jesus Christ, they stack it with tax and also, oh, you need
Wait,
to
is
add
it
this
is
amount
it
for.
actually heavily taxed on?
Yes.
By like how much? How much we talking?
Let's just say that my base price, because I did tell you that my video card was about $500, right? I had to pay tax and also that fee where it's like, since this is an item, electronic item, this will pay for that, blah, blah, blah. Electronics fee tax as well. There were like two taxes that was labeled in California.
I
And then
think
there
there's
was
like
another one.
I
Wait,
think there's like
actually,
another I think there's like a electronic recycling tax as
That
well.
I
one, that one, that one. I
there's
was
an electronic
pertaining to that one.
recycling tax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is. And so that graphics card costed me about roughly 600 to almost 7 because of that. So don't get discouraged. You're going to be very lucky if you live out of the state and just don't get that. But I highly doubt it. It might be different. I don't know.
All
I
right,
don't know where you
all right, people, we're moving out now. We're moving out of California
live.
just to avoid
Let's-
tax.
Welcome to Canada.
I mean, honestly though, I have friends in Canada, so I wouldn't be surprised if they help me. But I'm actually on Google right now. I actually did look up the GPU tax. So apparently this was in effect during the Trump administration. There's a 25% tax. Oh, that's
Oh, so
only
it get higher.
yeah, but that was during Trump time, and especially if you're getting your graphics cards imported, especially from China, because we know how Trump fucking loves to mess around with China like that. Yeah. Oh, and there's also apparently tariff rules, so that's probably why so many of the graphics cards are so fucking expensive. But again,
Yeah.
times are different, and for anyone listening, just you just hope you're lucky when it comes to hunting.
Yeah, it's
It's-
basically Russian roulette in a way and gambling.
Yeah,
Hell
and not,
yeah,
none of that
gambling.
just
No.
none of that like this goes for like the PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles. Just like
Kinda.
We already know
Yeah,
what
just-
happened with that fiasco.
yeah. For like I do would say like don't like get your hopes up with Amazon because I don't think they have like a good scalper prevention. Like
They
like,
don't.
yeah, they just like it just like as soon as I get to the website, it's all sold out.
Isn't there like a system that prevents scalpers from doing stuff like that? Like I forgot what it's called.
There is on other websites.
Well, what was it?
So-
What was that thing called? I forgot what it's called. Because my friend told me about it because he wants to get something from Razer, and he said hella scalpers are scourging for those. I'm like, damn.
Oh, you're talking about like the software that shops for you?
Like something like that. Just I don't know if it's like a system or it's a policy, something relating to stopping scalpers from reselling at a higher price point. I
Oh.
forgot what it's called. I might have to look it up later. Future me, do it.
That
Look it up or ask your friend and then just put it in the video. Like, right here. You see this? Yeah, there you go. It's so
Ding.
shiny.
or
Nice
or
and
on
shiny.
Spotify, or on Spotify, it's just Brian just going like, okay, I'm just gonna pause the podcast for a moment. Here's what I found.
Yeah, honestly, I might have to just.
It's going to.
I feel bad for anyone listening on Spotify, just like
It's going
not
to be
seeing
in
on the
text
screen.
to speech.
I feel bad about the people on Google Podcasts because you forgot about them, you insensitive jerk.
Or anyone
But
that's
that's what-
listening podcasts anywhere.
But that's what I said. Like, Brian will put it in text to speech. This is the graphics card that.
He's gonna get Microsoft Dave to voice it.
Nah, bro, it's Samsung Sam. Let's go. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, no.
Bad. No, Rule 34 artist. You can't do that. No, no.
You're gonna get simps in your
could you-
channel.
Could you please
Wait,
bring
that's
this up
it's,
again? We
it's
already just
clickbait.
got,
It's perfect. It's clickbait.
No.
oh, Brian, don't mention that again. Like we've already gone past the the Rule 34 phase of it. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. But anyways, if we're getting back on topic, like
Oh yeah.
for
Oh
you,
yeah.
Ryan, is was there a part you mentioned saying like this is
It's
important?
I say it's the CPU first, then the motherboard because I keep on like saying this throughout the whole entire podcast. There is no unified socket for the CPU.
Right.
You need to like either a like you need to like find like okay, so like if you want to like run a AMD or an Intel CPU, you're gonna need to like find out which socket it is, and they actually do label the socket. So like for example, my current CPU is what's called an AM4 socket. So I had to find a motherboard with a AM4 socket, and not only that, it also needs. I also need to find. There's also like a chipset that you also need to find inside the motherboard that also supports the CPU as well.
Oh, yeah. Let me add on to this as well. Like, as Ryan said, it's really important to know your CPU as well, get that manual, because every CPU tower will always be different from one another. Like, for example, Fantex, and then I had to hook up motherboard that I had, the ASRock. I was talking to someone and then having a comparison to my motherboard and their motherboard. Theirs was labeled properly. Mine was just Z H
just,
period period
just
plus
Z
minus.
H, just Z
And
H.
sorry, my voice cracked there. I'm hitting purity. Oh my god, I'm turning into a real boy.
It's just Z H etc. That's it.
But yeah, you have to have that manual up here to wherever, because you need those little cables to fit in that certain part of your motherboard, and it was so goddamn difficult. I'm having PTSD.
Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on.
However,
But yeah,
however, can I like add one more thing?
Yeah.
yeah,
The last part I think you should get is the power supply units.
yeah, because that one's fairly easy.
Yeah. Well,
Make
it's also mostly like because like you need like when like for example when you're using PC part picker, you need to like get all the you need to get all your supplies in first, and then you can
Yeah.
like figure out like what's the power consumption of that and what power
Yeah.
supply unit is perfect.
Yeah, and also another thing too. I probably should have said this. We're not including the price of your mouse, your keyboard, monitors, webcam. I mean, those you can just easily find off of Amazon. Good quality, cheap. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're not counting those. We're focusing on the main tech, which is the PC itself.
Or
I-
Best Buy, Newegg, like B&H.
Plus, you
like,
wouldn't
there's a lot
want
of
to
stores.
know like the entire calculation or of how much everything costed, because
We're too
you might
brain.
get scared off.
Yeah, we're too, and also I'm too brain dead for doing math right now. So anyway,
Like I said, like if you use PCPartPicker.com, it really simplifies the process. So don't get like too discouraged about like building your own PC.
hey
It's really fun too.
Yeah, it's kind
PC.
of like Legos.
Hey yo, PC part picker, you want to sponsor today's episode, please?
And
And also don't forget the thermal paste. Like you also need that.
thermal paste,
especially.
yes, that one.
What is a
Don't
thermal
forget
paste?
that.
It's something that helps like transfer heat from the CPU to the cooler.
Oh,
So
okay.
therefore, like it helps it like get cooled down better.
Okay.
It's like non-edible toothpaste. Oh, and another thing to add.
Wait,
when
but isn't
buying-
toothpaste not even edible anyway?
Let's just call it forbidden toothpaste.
Forbidden toothpaste. Another thing to add on this, like for things to buy a non-static little board or pad, or the non-conducting electricity bracelet
Oh
as well.
yeah, that. Oh yeah.
You do not want to ruin any of your parts, because this is also the best part of PC building. You can have each part returned or something like that if there's a defect, because you have all of their warranties. Oh no, I got brain dead for a second.
And brain fart, brain
All we
fart
need is
number two.
all we need is for Brian to go brain dead, and then the Holy Trinity is complete.
Always has been.
This will be the most brain dead podcast we have ever made.
I'm always brain dead, Ryan. What you talking about?
You just
Okay.
don't want your parts to get electrified because it can ruin it, and you don't want that because it's your new baby. It'll be your baby for a while as long as you take care of
Yeah.
it.
You gotta nurture it.
I will also would like to add on to that. Like static electricity is can really kill it off your board. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So, however, if you can't manage to get a static mat, some of the things that you could do is touch metal
Yeah.
and don't wear socks or be on the carpet.
So some people even recommend that doing it
So
naked,
however, I also
basically.
However, I also did some volunteer work for repairing and refurbishing PCs, and one of the things that we did was for at our chairs there is a little chain that's always dragging on the ground. That's how we ground ourselves.
yeah, and
And that's how you get discharged.
Yo, speaking of carpet, my entire house is carpet, so
So yeah, when your house no, that's
No.
cursed. But if your entire house is carpeted and you don't have anything like that, place it on a mat and be on that mat as well, or cardboard. And be sure if your light switches have bolts, turn it off and on while you're holding it because you gotta touch metal and you'll get that so you don't electrocute your items. And some experts, I don't know.
some
know.
experts say that this product.
Some experts say
Some experts
they
say
recommend that you
i.e.
build your PC naked.
Yeah.
All right,
Some experts say
Oh
i.e.
no!
IME.
No! Wait! No! You're giving the people on OnlyFans an idea. No!
I'd watch that.
Yeah, just tunes into a PC building stream and they're all fucking naked, just
Here OnlyFans content creators, go nuts. Be my guest.
Hey, literally.
Just make sure you credit our podcast.
He said go nuts, literally.
Oh no, not like that.
Anyways,
I don't know. I'm always gonna be opening up the doors. I don't care what.
all right. Anyways, we're so off track right now, but tuning it back into actual PC building. But one of the things that I keep asking you guys about is what's the deal with an Intel core versus an AMD core? What's the difference if I get either one?
Take the floor, Ryan.
Brian, I'm just gonna let you know, core is not the CPU itself. A core is just like a part of a CPU.
Oh well, but anyways, Intel versus AMD.
I prefer AMD, but only for the CPUs. If it's GPU, I'm just gonna go NVIDIA all the way.
Yeah, I'm going with the NVIDIA.
I just found out that AMD is more powerful and cheaper than the Intel counterparts.
Really?
That's just my opinion on it.
But going back into that, if you were tuning in, I did start off saying it's also people's preference as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
but
So this is just my preference.
yeah,
See? It's a preference.
yeah. So for say for example, I wanna do a lot of gaming. Would I just invest in an AMD instead?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then what's
it just kind of falls. It kind of goes into budget or how powerful or
How
Right.
powerful you want your
Yeah.
PC or the amount of, as I said and mentioned, applications that you're going to use.
Right.
So that's why I chose Intel.
Yeah, which is why I was gonna bring it up. So basically for Intel, you can run all your Adobe stuff in there, right? And also stuff I guess Chrome, Discord, I guess.
I multitask. Yes,
Yeah.
this is proven.
But even though Chrome and Discord are technically built off the same code.
Yeah, no,
Pretty much.
but you see the point I'm trying to make is for someone like you, Aya, that does a lot of design work and multitasking, you kind of just went with Intel just to get that thing rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And then for
But
you,
I could. Oh, go ahead.
I know, and then I was gonna say for Ryan here, he's choosing AMD Ryzen just for I guess just gaming quality. So
Yeah. However, there's also the Threadripper, which is like way more expensive. But
Yeah, that too.
goddamn.
Yeah, but what were you saying, Aya, before I interrupted
I
you?
was just gonna say disclaimer that Ryan and I could be super wrong about this. So we're just going to go with it's a preference.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole point of this like podcast, and we've even said this too when I did the stocks episode with Blake and Grant a while back. But yeah, we're just here just to explain our experiences to at least inspire people. We're not really
Yeah.
professionals in all of this. We just want to share our stories on what we did, and if anyone out there wants to politely correct us, go ahead. And there's a comment section for a reason. But
Politely. Keyword is politely.
politely, and we have a Discord server too. So be polite there as well.
However, if you're angry, just send the email to Brian. Okay, like
Email? What kind of business are we talking here?
Hotmail. Send a
Just- just
hotmail, please.
Hotmail.
just send it to Brian's personal email. And
He has
just
a
tell him,
hotmail.
just tell him how we're wrong. We're stupid heads.
No,
That's
no,
where
no.
those comments go.
No,
But-
no.
But everywhere else, polite.
Be polite.
But anyways, so that's pretty much in terms of just customizing your build. Now, this is a topic that I've personally brought up with both of you, which is pre-built PCs. How much do you guys trust websites that sell pre-built setups?
I don't.
Personally, oh sorry, go ahead.
Straight up, I don't. She said, hell no.
That's your like final verdict.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us your
pers-
reason, though.
I just don't. It's like it takes out the fun.
I'm gonna side with Aya, and like I'm more so a fan of the hands-on approach. It's kind of like raising a child.
Except you're building a child.
Yeah. What do you think this is? It's robots where they had to like build their child, and then she made a sexual innuendo. It's like making a child is the fun part. There you go.
Just wait until sentient AIs just take over and start having feelings.
The thing is that like we said, like I said earlier, is that like don't get really discouraged with like building PCs. It's actually not that very hard. Yeah, it's just
The only-
don't
yeah.
fall into the pitfalls that happen with PC building.
And also, don't be discouraged when you're putting your either Intel or AMD. That chip is really tiny and it makes this cracking sound. Don't be discouraged. It's not gonna break. I almost cried when I did mine.
You're right. I forgot about that. Like a lot of the parts will click or make cracking sounds. That's normal.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Don't be discouraged.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess in my own defense, one, I'm being lazy as fuck right now, and two, like I'm like as of like right now, almost Thanksgiving, almost Christmas, like I feel like it's gonna be harder trying to get my hands on getting the custom parts I want versus when I can just get like a pre-built already decent, which is why I was telling both of you guys, because like bringing back NZXT, like I found their starter series is actually one I've been keeping my eye on, which is I think it's the it's the plus one, which it's still Intel Core i5, but also there's also a hold on, let me go back to the website and just look that
As
up.
you do that, I also just want to like talk about this, the reason why I don't really like pre-built websites or pre-built PCs as well, because there will always be that price comparison or parts that you can actually have that they won't put in because that was cheaper, or this one is so that they can meet that price range for how much that PC, pre-built PC would be. That's why. Because I'd rather pick out my own parts that I know that will work and that I know the price of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This like building your own, it just gives you a lot more freedom. Not all pre-builds you're gonna find are gonna have what you want, what you're looking for.
But like I said, for me, like I just kind of want like at least like the bare minimum, because sure, I would like to do for a high performance one, but I'm just like I just need something that can run just games and also just my video editing stuff. So I found the PC. It's a starter plus PC. It's part of the series, so it's a Intel Core i5 CPU. The GPU is
Mm-hmm.
what really got me. It's an NVIDIA GeForce RTX a 3060, which definitely caught my attention. RAM is 16 gigabytes, and then the storage is a 500 gigabyte M2 SSD. There's a Pro one that has 1 terabyte SSD, but I'm just like, 500 gigs is good enough. I can still stick another drive into there if I wanted to.
But
Yeah, but
also,
it's SSD all the way to go. But yeah, I
yeah,
guess.
SSD is like the bet is like the preferred way because since when there's like not no moving parts in an SSD, it tends to last longer.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus,
However,
it boots everything faster too.
yeah. However, I will also would like to add like building your own PC. Like you could also make it like a chimera of awesomeness. So like I got a next case with a Asus motherboard with Corsair RAM.
Ooh.
Like you don't get that freedom with a
Yeah.
pre-built.
That and also the satisfaction of patting yourself in the back and you're like, whoa, I did that.
I spent
It's
all this money. Now I'm
look, mommy, I
poor.
did this. I built this
Look, but
PC.
I did this. Oh my god, are you proud of me? I did it.
But what did
I'm
it cost
big brain.
you? Everything.
My clothes.
Your clothes.
But I guess another thing to add on, like, I know me and Ryan keep saying that PC building is like fun. It's sometimes therapeutic for some people as well. But it could also be not meant for some people because, like you, Brian, you want it instantly in your hand because of time constraints, which is understandable.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I
So,
want to do a VTuber episode soon. No, I'm kidding.
Uh,
okay.
However, if there's a part in your self-built PC, you could swap it out.
That's true.
That too. You could also swap it out. So,
I just gotta say this outright. Just build it your own. Build your own. Like it's a lot. It's
if
gotta
you
be a lot
can.
better in the long run.
Yeah,
If
like
you
If you can.
can.
it's
But
basically.
currently, oh, sorry.
Oh, my bad, but I was gonna say it's basically just honestly up to you. Like, if you really want to learn how to build a computer and know more about like what it goes into it, yeah, just be like these two and just build your own. But if you are someone like me who's very limited on what they can buy slash and on time, then pre-built's not that bad though. For pre-builts, just be careful on where you're getting it from.
Mm-hmm.
Trust a company like I'm seeing like NZXT, or just go to PC Builder. So yeah.
I was just about to say that I did have a pre-built PC website in mind, but I will message this to Brian once I get the link and he will put it right here. Woo! Magic link.
At this timestamp.
Brian, put it up again. Put it up again and again.
I just
Put
have
up
it
again
flashing
twice.
on screen,
Put it-
just like a buy
it-
now button.
No,
Put it.
no,
Put it
don't
up
do
again with a
that.
picture of the PC.
That's
Put it-
malware.
Put it
That's
up. Put it
epilepsy
up again
warning.
with your face.
But,
All right, now get rid of the links. Just put you up. Now, bam. That's the rest of the video.
And everyone gets rickrolled. Now, no, I'm kidding.
No.
Yeah, but anyways, one last thing before we end off tonight's session is that we talk about all of all our experiences about how you guys built your PCs and what you guys recommend, but for anyone out there, what kind of warnings should you give off for anyone that's planning to get their PC first built? Like, what are common mistakes everyone makes?
I think me and I we're like saying like out loud earlier on is that make sure you discharge yourself beforehand and make sure like you
Discharge, yeah.
yeah and make sure you have like the best environment to build a PC like
Well, I
like
mean,
if you
I guess I'm talking more. I guess for me, like I'm talking more about in terms of just buying and also just getting the parts. Not really just
yeah
building. Not really building on site kind of thing. Like, because I think just one thing. Yeah, we already mentioned this. Fuck the scalpers. Make
well
sure.
not literally fuck them just like fuck them in contempt.
Yeah, but also like I guess just be very careful on where you're getting your parts from because there are some sites that might just scam you out, which is why, yeah, just go to a trusted site, go to a trusted seller, and just make sure that it's good quality.
Funny that you
And
mentioned that. Funny that you mentioned that. I actually, while I was hunting for parts, I did find a couple sites that were just popped up recently, and they were like saying like we take Visa, Amex, PayPal. It's tempting, but however, like you also do like a search on the website and see like is this site legit?
Yeah, yeah,
mhm.
that too. Just make sure it's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also just know your budget, know yourself.
Know what you want to do, know what you want to run, and just repeating what Ryan said, make sure one of the biggest mistakes is buying that motherboard and not seeing that it can actually fit inside the CPU. That's one of the biggest mistakes as well. And to add on, I know Brian was mentioning this, but I did take a look at that NZXT that he saw the pre-built. NZXT makes pretty solid starter builds, so it doesn't hurt if you're still
Yeah.
scared of dabbling on this. This could be your first baby, and then see how you feel by swapping parts. That's a good practice.
Yeah, I guess that's honestly the best final tips we can give for everyone. And
I also have one more tip. Whenever you're building your PC, don't touch the connectors.
Yeah, just don't.
Never touch the connectors. I
noted.
met someone who did that, and it killed the PC.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it was RAM of all things.
Well, what if I
So
want to touch it? It's
Aww.
tempting.
if you touch it, you best be having a good warranty.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
extra money to buy another one.
Yeah,
that's true.
just don't touch the connectors. Like avoid. Make sure you abide by proper handling procedures when it comes to building a PC. And also like YouTube exists. Like just go
Oh
watch some
yeah.
tutorials there. Like
Yeah, definitely. Why are you watching
Research
us?
there.
well, they're watching us because we're just like talking about their experiences. This is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like giving them inspiration to get the ball rolling. They gotta watch YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
So let us be your first step into your journey of PC building. And
It,
if you
Hell yeah.
and
a
if you
12-step program of PC building.
this is step 1. But yeah, and in the comments below for anyone that has a custom build or that's planning to start their custom build, just let us know down in the comments like what do you have, what do you recommend? And if this video actually helped you get your first PC, tell us about it in the comments. We want to hear your stories. We want to share the love and the experience, guys, because this is a very somewhat educational channel.
Education.
It's, every time you do that, I'm just think of the SpongeBob meme. It's just like imagination, when instead it's just
Ed-
education.
Edumacation.
Without my education.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight's episode of This or That. Before we sign off, of course, we gotta shout out our friends here. If you guys want to find Aya over on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, go ahead and follow her at BoopleBuns. If you want to catch Ryan up on on an upcoming stream, he's gonna get back into streaming soon. Follow him at RPZicMagnesi. Again, links will be in the description below. And also, I decided to throw down the PC Builder website too in the description. If you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
want to take a look.
Yeah, I'll send you the link, Brian.
Yeah, again, not sponsored, but shout out to you guys. And with that, guys, thank you for tuning in for tonight's episode. Thanks to I and Ryan for being a part of it. And yeah, we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.
I
Psych, this is not actually the end of the video. I actually do want to give you guys a quick little update of the computer I now just bought. As you can see here, I just finished editing the audio of this episode. I'll go ahead and do all the visuals after this. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that I finally got a big PC. Yay! It is a pre-built because, like we said in the episode, this I do want to get a pre-built just as a start. So the PC I got here is made by Skytech. I'm not sponsored by Skytech, by the way, guys. I just saw that their computer was on Best Buy, so I immediately just bought it. And yeah, this thing is starting to help me create episodes. So if you guys want to know a little bit more of the specs, so there is a RTX 3060 in it, NVIDIA. It has 16 gigabyte RAM. It has a Intel i7 11th gen CPU in there. And for the monitor I got, this one was actually a gift that someone gave to me. It is a Spectre monitor. Really good quality on this monitor. Got this one. I think this person said you can find this on Amazon. That's my toner mic. And of course, with the pre-built PC, it gave me a keyboard and mouse along with it. I do have another monitor here, just a simple Dell monitor because this is just a secondary because if I want to throw out my OBS or something like that on it. And yeah, and over here you'll see my trusty little laptop that's been through hell and back. There was a slight mistake on the episode. It said there is on the screenshot it was an i7. It said, but this one right here is a i5. So yeah, I'm still gonna be using this laptop from time to time, especially if I'm gonna go out to a lot of places, and also just for extra security and back up some files on this thing. So in case if I need to edit while I'm out, I can just edit on this little thing. And little red dragon mouse I bought off Amazon. So yeah, with that, this should be the end of the episode. I am really happy to have this PC. Again, not sponsored by Skytech or any of the brands I just named. Hopefully I get to try some new stuff soon with this PC. And yeah, thank you all for watching. See ya.